This is going to be my 20th year at Burning Man.
Wow.
And so Burning Man was a very different thing 20 years ago. It was underground. It was career suicide to let people know that you went. It was basically, there were very few people had digital cameras. No one had cell phones. Anything that happened was kind of safe there. You could really go and have an experience that was totally between you and the participants there. We all know that is different now. My first year, I walked around buck naked all around the event for a day. I have not done that since, which is why I still get away with saying that I'm well hung. And you know, there's something that's happened where it's certainly not something to be embarrassed about now. I mean, with Elon Musk and Google crew, and I mean, if you are in Silicon Valley and you have not been to Burning Man, you probably need to have a reason why. You know, it is a source of ideas and creativity, and it is an important part of our cultural landscape. And I think that our culture has proven that. It is a fact. Unfortunately, we now live in a post-fact world. And I would argue that the importance of Burning Man is greater than it has ever been.
Amen.
That there is, in some ways, I think Burning Man is like the seed bank of creativity and alternative thinking that's going to happen as we have this massive cold age, ice age in our culture that is starting at least for the next 4 years, where there is going to be a stifling of deviant thought and freaks and weirdness. And it is in those places that the answers come. And it is in those places where magic happens. And I mean, obviously, I think we all know that, because that is why this has become a part of our lives. And it is why we dedicate so much to gifting and gifting this to other people. But I wanted to just, you know, kind of sink back and then remember that, you know, like this is an awesome party. But I think Burning Man is more than ever is activism. And this is maybe the year when we really have to say, this is my warrior stance. This is where I'm going to take some blows. This is where I'm going to take some criticism. This is where I might get, you know, have to stand up to ridicule at work or wherever it might be, because I think that there is going to be a tide where Burning Man is a very visible example of a lot of things that are not being embraced by a big part of our culture right now. So in some ways, someone reminded me on New Year's Eve that they were so excited about going into this year. And I'd kind of had this thing where I was kind of like, I was kind of going into 2017 with my jugular kind of guarded and my little kind of protected. And they were so excited. They were like, you know, this is the best time ever for bold creativity, for courageous artistic expression. And I was like, you know, that is so true. Like, if you look at history, chaos breeds great art. Mm-hmm. Chaos pushes people to say, I'm not comfortable, this isn't okay. Actually, I've maybe never realized my potential. Since I'm not comfortable in what I've been given, I'm gonna go for what is possible. And I think that you know, in the struggle or in the difficulty, we now have the practice of Burning Man to know that, all right, it's time to step up. And I think that Pink Heart is one of many important ways that that's going to happen. But I think it's super important. I think that the vocal and visible stance of a loving, open-hearted, forgiving, accepting, hugging person is a fucking target right now. And I think that if we can make that into something that is strong and is proud and is important, and demonstrate how it changes lives and brings happiness and brings success in ways that matter, then we're doing important work in the world. Amen. I am enjoying a white phase, but I am thinking of it as a clear straw. if print card is nothing if not an attempt for us to be authentic in our expression. And so I'm letting the pink within me flow through uninhibited or tainted by the colors of my exterior.